Sure, Jen. So today, I just want us to discuss about guidings, this track structure, song structure, track structure. What I want to say about the structure, so I'll be using my own tracks as a reference. I don't know if I'll be able to use other people's tracks, but I think I could do it. But everything works better since I have the projects right here. Even ngasebenzisa ingoma zabantu, I'd have to like analyze with the MP3 file, and things would be like a bit complicated, but I'm sure I'd do it. Maybe I'll try here. So I'll just be sharing my own tips and maybe some bit of advice on how you should approach track structure. Now, track structure is closely related to arrangement. So everything, I think those two go hand in hand. So my point being is how you structure your song will always depend on how you arrange your track. So here the arrangement is a technique I usually use on vocal tracks which have a chorus. So I'd always like approach it as changing key or chord progression of the part with the chorus. So at this point, as you can see here, boom, we have a different structure of a progression. This thing here is the bass line, so you can see it's straight line here, but we're moving around at this point. So that's my chorus. This part here is the verse, first verse, then the chorus, then the second verse, then the chorus, and then I just continue in the chorus, and then the shy outro. As you can see, that's not quite a difficult approach, I'd say, but it's not easy also. So must mamele diding. Now now this one was actually a remix I did, Easy to Love remix. I'm not sure if you guys have heard this song, but if you haven't heard it, then just check it out. Trying to think, but I do have a link of it, or a mixtape. I don't know if it's not out yet. Then you're supposed to check out my other channel. Surely I will just upload it there. So this part will be the verse. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop it right there. I think by now you should notice this technique that I use of slightly introducing a melody when I'm coming through my chorus, because I know that it is over a bit much. I think it would be like quite interesting if this chorus was playing with the same melody. My melody is this thing here. Definitely not that one. This one here, I think. Okay. That's its automation on and up. Yeah, and another one with the bells. Now this thing, I introduce it as I head towards a chorus, whereby everything else is changing like a progression. So let's go back and play as we approach the chorus. Yeah, as you can listen to that build up, I even killed this part here and the noise. Now that's the chorus part, and then after the chorus plays, we're going to the first progression, the one we used on the first verse. So this part and this part are almost the same, like this whole part, and then now this small part here. This is my second verse. Now the difference is that this second part is actually a bit more complicated than this one, because upper we are from the intro of the track, so there's not much going on. But now this second part, which is a bit similar to this one, is more complicated because we're now into the middle of the track, and we have managed here with chorus to lift people's spirits up, so we can't just drop them just like that. So that's why I still have to keep the melody, the one that I introduced here. I'm keeping it also for this second verse too, because I'm taking a bit of what I had here on this chorus and like I'm transitioning to the second verse. That's why you're able to like follow the story behind each track, because some things that are in here are also in there. I hope that makes sense, guys, because that's actually how I approach this production thing. Like everything has to make sense. It's quite easy like that, and I'm approaching it is about the partly like this is the second verse, this is the chorus. So with chorus I want this to happen, and then transition to a second verse, and then from there it's that progression also, which is a bit more complicated because I have shakers now. There's a shaker plus headings, melody, and I'm also introducing I don't know what that thing is called, but okay, from then I also head towards this part, which is the second chorus once again. But the second chorus now is actually a bit more complicated because there's this guy now. Now what trick is that I kept on adding more notes until the thing becomes a lot more complicated. So now the second chorus is also much more complicated than the first one. That's why at this point I'm taking the whole track towards a climax right here as in Sunday leg to a bridge. See, I even changed the progression of this key to help the idea. So that's what I try to communicate. So just head to a climax here. So once I get to a climax, at this point, I'm slowly going to bring everything down, like the feeling of the whole tune to slowly come down, like to bring you down to earth, since I just took everyone up to heaven at this point. So I'm just going to bring you down to earth and then be outro, like simple. As you can hear, outro is much more chilled than this part here. So how do I do that? It's by using as automation. As you can see, I'm going down there. If I filter here, I killed the volume of one melody, and yeah, simple. Guys, if it doesn't make sense now, if it doesn't make sense at this point, I don't know how I'd explain this. So we're quickly going to jump to something else now, Valile project, and head to this one. So this one, it's almost a similar structure to the one that I used Kulei track. Lena, it's a Clyde Zips remix, Your Love. So here it's the same approach. Remember, I talked about changing the progression of the keys when it came to a chorus. I think this is the same approach I did, because here we have this part here. But okay, let me play this. Now for Mnaikalen, I wanted to tip you guys of what's coming ahead. Like, this is my chorus progression chorus ram, if I put it that way. I think I might have to mute the vocal because copyrights and stuff. Like, this will be more clearer at this point, because remember I said upper, since it's straight up. As you can see, this is where I introduce the first verse here. And boy, versely. And then when I change the progression, that's when I'd say that's my chorus. So you can hear. So once here, your love is different, your love is patient. That's like my chorus. So every time you see this thing here, you can bet that's how the vocal will be hitting. Yeah, well, same thing even there, but I don't know about this one again. Not at that point, because Lena is like a outro, because I kept on using la progression here chorus throughout till I close the track down. Like, guys, you can see similarities between the other track and this one when it comes to its structure of the song. I just want something that I can it's also the same thing even here, because the bass line, I just want to discuss the structure as a track, and this time here you can and melody, and there's this thing also here which I introduced after a chorus, just like on the other track also. So this technique, a structure. I've used it on more than one track for now, and ndizamele ukhangela ezinye tracks. I'll try searching for, okay, let me not say I tried, because I actually didn't even try searching for, okay, I think I know I might have used the same technique even here, but now I'm not sure which project is the one that I used, the final project Electric Kalimbo. But I'm quite sure I used the same technique and the same arrangement to achieve a structure. So it's not difficult per se, but it's like having a basic plan when you approach your track. Because I know when I approach maybe a vocal track, is open a first verse, then a chorus, then second verse, then chorus, depending on that particular track, and no particular vocal. I know some vocals usually have E pre-chorus, so I definitely arrange for that if I feel like I should do low and arrange for E pre-chorus, and then for a chorus, and then same thing. But I just want to open up this project and see if I did the same thing here also. This track is by me and Ben, the producer. I don't know when he's releasing it, because the track is supposed to have dropped by now. Yeah, this thing is taking too much to load, too much time. I can. Damn, finally. Iphinde ngabiyo le project ndiyifunayo. Yeah. I think this may be the same structure also. Yeah. So what is the project? Okay, I just want to check out the structures of the track, and then trying to see if it's something similar to the other two. But I don't think this one is quite similar, because I see that I might have changed the progression from. Okay, let's first listen. Okay, I think this one's a bit different. I'm not sure it's similar. So I'm gonna search for a third project which is similar to the other two. This one is different nyana, I'd say. But I just want to discuss this particular type of structure of the song on this particular video, because there's a lot of tracks with different structures, but different this structure with the chorus and like the verses. And I'm sure I used the same thing. Yeah, I'm sure I used the same like. On this lonely remix also. I think I used the same strategy and approach of the structure. but it's 3 different songs, guys, with the same structure, but they're all dope on their own. But these things are not quite simple to detect or pick up if you're just listening for the fun of it. But when you learn to study track structure, these are the type of things you'll be looking for, like listening to particularly. So there's a lot of type of structures, so just where now you should maybe listen to these tracks of mine. Sometimes listen to your favorite producer and see how he structures particular tracks. Because what I also realized is that from like way back, Afro tracks and tribal tracks, his structures are very different to something like this one. Those guys would like have like a straight up elevating track from zero, just keeps on elevating until it ends, keeps on ascending and then drops right at the end. Or I don't know, there's a lot of types of structures, but I just want us to focus on this particular one for now. Yeah, I think this is done. And I think this is not the project that I'm looking for. Hey, I learned it for now. Damn it, it's definitely not the one. So if it's not that one, then it's supposed to be this one for sure. Hey, I don't think it's this one too, yes? Well, I think I might have saved this project file on that particular folder, which I... Wait. Wasting ixesha. But guys, hopefully you'll skip these parts with these loading projects. But I'm really not sure if it's this one. But I think it does look like it, as you can see here. Life is just so cool. Damn. Turns out it is this project. Like you can even see from right here and there, right there and there, that there's a similar type of structure. You see, yeah, this and that, simple. So you easily pick up this part here. From here will be the first verse till this part, which is the chorus, then the second verse, then the chorus. You see, 3 tracks. I've used a similar type of structure and similar type of approach. So a chorus, yeah, it's always this part. Yeah, lonely streets got me cold. That's the chorus, I think, something like that. Yeah. Same thing also there, because that's the chorus. And then from there, I keep the same progression until I done with the whole track, which is also similar to here. You see, this is the first and then chorus second, and then I keep the progression until I shy outro. So guys, hopefully you have learned something here. And this technique, I am definitely gonna keep using it. definitely not gonna stop using this type of technique because it works, and it doesn't just work, it works wonders. Because you see, Nalendo melody when I talked about, because I introduced like this type of melody on that chorus automated melody. Like it's basically that same type of approach. Now imagine if you approach most tracks the same way, then it would be definitely be easier to make the tracks, and like your workflow would be, and you would finish them faster. So you concentrate there, concentrate there, concentrate there. Simple. I don't know which other type of structure I'll be discussing, maybe on another video, but for now, guys, let me bounce. Sharp, sharp. Go, go, go.